The James Webb Telescope addresses one of the best advances in astronomy. What's more, never stopped astounding as of late. This telescope has made another revelation in our nearby planet group, albeit the sun-based framework has not gone through critical changes throughout. The long-term commonality has driven us to accept that we erroneously have found everything in it, yet in reality space proceeds to grow and new items are seeming. The James Webb Telescope should shape a portion of these newfound items. Michio Kaku, eminent American hypothetical physicist, likewise communicates surprise at these new, what's more, obscure items navigating in space. Given the presence of these articles, the inquiry emerges with regards to whether this predicts something positive. What is certain is that this denotes another stage of learning in the realm of physical science. Go along with us as we investigate the subtleties of the 500 new items as of late identified by the James Webb Telescope in space, on the off chance that you're keen on keeping up to date with news from the universe and its environmental factors. Buy into our channel, make certain to like this video, share it so it contacts more individuals, and turn on the notice ringer. NASA, the European Space Office, and the Canadian Space Office have collaborated to give stargazers a remarkable gift, the James Webb Space Telescope. This exceptional gift offers them the amazing chance to notice the past in its beginning phases and witness the very production of the universe. Stargazers all over the planet were shipped to the cutoff points of time thanks to the James Webb Telescope, which has been hailed as the most extraordinary heavenly observatory of the following 10 years and quite possibly of the best logical accomplishments within recent memory. This telescope has made the ways for external space and taken us to the beginnings of all that. With its low Earth circle, the James Webb Telescope has caught various pictures of the most far-off districts of the universe, offering seas until recently never saw like the Hubble Telescope. It has prevailed with regards to catching the authentic times of our universe, inspecting the set of experiences and development of incalculable systems, stars, and nebulae. Researchers working with the James Webb Telescope have declared an entrancing revelation when they started gathering information utilizing the new Profound Fields Telescope. They understood that there might be a large number more far-off systems than they had recently guessed. This gives us significant data about how the universe is creating systems at a quicker and prior rate than already thought. Incidentally, only a couple 100 million years after the huge explosion, numerous worlds previously existed. James Webb has given us admittance to see how it all started. A few researchers have even proposed that worlds might have started to frame just a brief time after the enormous detonation, which happened almost quite a while back. This disclosure tested space experts' existing hypotheses about how and when systems shaped, which is one of the highlights that makes the James Webb Telescope infinitely better to the Hubble Telescope. Quite possibly of the most exceptional benefits of the James Webb Telescope contrasted with the Hubble lies in its size. The James Webb has a 65 mirror made out of 18 brilliant hexagonal pieces. This permits us to catch light from protests multiple times more effectively than the Hubble telescope's 24 breadth focal point. However, the James Webb's most prominent advantage over Hubble lies in its high aversion to infrared light. The telescope can identify frequencies in a range from 0.6 to 285 micrometers, covering the center to the red finish of the infrared range. This altogether grows our capacity to investigate and comprehend the universe in various groups of light, uncovering subtleties and peculiarities that were recently covered up. The Webb Space Telescope plays an fundamental job in revealing the numerous secrets of the universe by catching the phantom marks of divine occasions. These telescopes permit researchers to investigate outrageous conditions that lead to these astronomical peculiarities. One of the most captivating conundrums that has emerged is the presence of obscure objects in our planetary group, in spite of the fact that it is typical for our nearby planet group to get periodic visits from objects like our mullah. We have at no other time seen such a surprising flood of heavenly guests. This abrupt expansion in guests and the disclosure of 5 new unidentified articles in our planetary group has left numerous researchers and astrophysicists astounded. These divine bodies represent a captivating secret to researchers regardless of thorough perceptions. What's more, investigation they presently can't seem to be recognized and sorted anyway. They still address an interesting assortment of heavenly substances, going from the most natural space rocks and comets to obscure, what's more, possibly clever articles that have found their direction into our universe. The sheer variety and amount of these unidentified articles offer an extraordinary chance for logical investigation and revelation. Regardless of the challenges they address, they are a promising field of study that can give important experiences into our sun-based framework and past simultaneously. These obscure articles could present critical dangers. To that end, the significance of the James Webb Space Telescope lies in its capacity to disentangle the development and advancement of our planetary group by concentrating on the directions, properties, and peace of these new items object that have showed up in our enormous neighborhood. Examining the physical qualities of these obscure space crossing articles would assist us with acquiring important bits of knowledge into the cycles that have formed our planetary group over billions of years. What's more, by looking at their orbital examples and gravitational collaborations, researchers could all the more likely grasp the complex elements that have impacted the development and conduct of these articles that currently call our nearby planet group home. In expansion, going past our own sun-oriented framework guarantees a more profound comprehension of the structure and advancement of other sun-based frameworks. With this information, specialists will actually want to draw matches and correlations with objects saw in far-off heavenly frameworks. The identification of these items may likewise add to our comprehension of the circulation of matter in the universe. Analyzing the area of the circles and the properties of these new heavenly articles is urgent for stargazers to rethink existing models and hypotheses about the enormous scope design of the universe. These perceptions give us significant knowledge into how matter is conveyed on an all-inclusive scale, which grows how we might interpret the structure and association of the universe. Strangely, the discovery of these items might give pertinent data about the idea of dim matter, one of the most confounding parts of the known universe. Dull matter comprises a critical part of the complete mass of the universe, and grasping its cooperations and consequences for its climate is central to getting signs about its presence and conduct. Through this exploration, we can now add to settling the present secret of dull matter and work on our comprehension of its properties and its job in the universe. The location of these 500 obscure articles in space may additionally shed light on the nature and impact of dim energy, which is the main thrust behind the speeding up extension of the discernible universe. While the revelation of 500 new items in our nearby planet group is energizing in its own right, it brings up issues about their starting point. One of the most fascinating hypotheses recommends that they might have been shot out from dark openings. Dark openings are one of the most interesting peculiarities in our universe, and to a huge degree stay a mystery to us. They are heavenly elements shaped by the breakdown of monstrous stars and have such a strong gravitational power that they can upset close-by articles and fling them further away into space. If these obscure articles were catapulted from the planetary group because of the impact of a dark opening, it would be a demonstration of the huge power that these grandiose objects apply. Dark openings not just have the capacity to swallow awful bodies afterward, yet additionally launch material that has not yet entered the occasion skyline layer like a space twister. The extreme flowing power applied by dark openings can destroy stars or some other planetary body, making a turbulent climate in which parts are fiercely catapulted. In this sense, the question emerges regarding whether dark openings have the ability to likewise launch materials that have been caught inside them as opposed to holding them endlessly. This situation raises an entrancing probability that dark openings are not just devourers, yet in addition drivers of matter into driving space as well. What do you think? Let us in on in the remarks box. Make sure to raise a ruckus around town button if